Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Beyond the Dial Tone. I'm Nate Raper. Hopefully, you all enjoyed our last episode with my friend Deji from the UK about Zoom facts. I know it's kind of hard to believe, but it is still relevant after all these years. Now, today we're going to switch gears a little bit. A few episodes back, we built a call queue from scratch. We set up call routing, business hours, even callbacks, the works. We even walked through a call queue alert to help you be proactive if something isn't going well. So if you haven't seen that one, please go back and take a peek at it. It was episode number 3. But today, we're going to pick up where that story left off because setting up the call queue is only half the battle. The real question is, how do you know if it is actually working? Now, here's a common scenario. You've got a call queue. Maybe you only have 5 or 6 agents. Your business is starting to grow, which is awesome, but customers are complaining about long wait times, unanswered text messages, and your agents are even starting to feel stretched thin. Now, everything looks fine in your setup, but you lack the visibility and the tools to know what's really happening. Does that sound familiar to you? Now, today we're going to give you that visibility and automation using Zoom's Customer Engagement Pack. It did used to be called the Power Pack, so you may already have that. We're going to set up call queue analytics so you can see what's happening in real time. We're going to add opt-out reason codes so you understand why agents are stepping away from the queue. We're going to enable team SMS so your team can handle text collaboratively and set up SMS auto reply so customers aren't left hanging with their text messages. Let's go ahead and dive in. Now, the first challenge many teams face is operating without data. Now, you might suspect calls are being missed during peak hours, but you don't have that concrete evidence. Let's go ahead and fix that. Now, with the Customer Engagement Pack enabled, you now have access to call queue analytics. Now, these are under the personal, and if you scroll down here, analytics and report and Zoom phone section. First, let's take a peek at the call queue analytics dashboard. This updates every few seconds, and this one is the real-time dashboard. And you can see we have widgets for inbound calls, we have widgets for outbound calls, callbacks, and even if we scroll down, we can see we have member availability, all in one view. Now, the service level widget is particularly useful. So you go into here and you can set that service level threshold. In this case, we get a warning if 85% of our calls are not answered within 1 minute. And with the colors here, you can quickly see if your team is hitting your warning and your critical levels just by looking at the dashboard. Now, over on the right side under inbound calls, you can even break out abandoned calls if you want to break those into short and long abandoned. So I'm going to go into the tools here, real-time abandoned settings. You can see I have everything. Anyone who hangs up gets tagged in here, and there's 3 of those, but I can break those into short and long. I chose 8 seconds because my recording of thank you for holding for us is about 4 seconds. So I want to capture anyone who hangs up 4 seconds into call and tag those as short abandoned versus long. And you can see how it breaks my numbers up so I can see a little more detail about those abandons. Now, if you want to display real-time information for your team, you can create a wallboard. So I'm going to go in here, wallboard, create wallboard. I already have one made so we can quickly show you. And this will give you a live display that you can either run in a browser on a monitor or even on Zoom Room digital signage. Now, your team can monitor queue status in real time without needing to access the admin portal. Now, switching over to historic analytics that's under the Queue tab here, I already have that loaded up, you'll find average wait time, longest wait time, abandoned calls, overflow counts, etc. This is where you can discover patterns. For example, that maybe between 11:30 and 1 in the afternoon, your abandoned call rate spikes above 40%. Now you have the data to make the informed decision about staffing and scheduling. Next, we're going to look at the opt-out reason codes. We want to find out why those agents are not taking calls during the day. So I'm going to go over and look at my actual call queue setup. So this is in my admin center, phone system management, call queues, and I open up my specific call queue, go to policy, and then in here, I'm just going to do a quick search for opt-out. And you can see that I have opt-out reason codes, which I can now turn on. And you'll see I have a default of break, meal, training, end shift, and I can even edit and customize my own reason codes in here. Once you turn that on, any agent that has Customer Engagement Pack will have to choose a opt-out reason code. And we can actually track our opt-in, opt-out history by going back to our call queue analytics, clicking on the member tab, and then you'll see there's opt-in, opt-out. And I can even see right here that, in this case, Amelia went on break. So I have that visible there. And let's switch over to the user view to show how this works. So I'm going to go into my Zoom client. I will click on my icon here for my settings, receive shared calls, and you'll see that I'm currently opted into one call queue. And if I opt out, it'll ask for that reason code, and I can choose training and hit OK. And so now you can track when that user goes on break, when they go on lunch. There's no more mysteries about why people are not taking calls in that queue. Now, not every customer wants to actually pick up the phone and place a call. Many prefer to send a quick text message saying like, yeah, is my order ready? Or what are your hours? Now, if your call queue already has a phone number assigned, this also works for auto receptionists. You can enable Team SMS to handle these messages collaboratively. Let's go back over to the admin portal and let's go ahead and find SMS. And there it is. We're going to go ahead and turn it on, and that's it. Team SMS is now ready to go. Every member of the call queue that has Customer Engagement Pack can now participate in SMS messages and collaborate together there. Now, while we're here, let's go ahead and turn on a few more SMS features. We have templates, which are available. You'll see we already have some that are set up from an account level, and there is our SMS auto reply. So here we can go ahead and let's go ahead and set an auto reply. I can even insert a template in here, and we've got variables for company name and contact first name. So I can add those in there, and I can choose, do I want it during closed hours, no one in queue, or all the time? So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and do closed hours and hit save. Now here's why Team SMS is so powerful. When a customer texts in, every eligible member in that call queue gets a notification, but only one person can claim or hit reply on that conversation. Now, once it is claimed, it's locked to that agent. So you won't have any duplicate replies, no confusion, no back and forth with other agents in the mix there. And if that agent needs to hand it off, they can either release the conversation back to the team, or you can see at the top, even have the ability to transfer directly to another user. Now, it will set to auto release after 10 minutes in case that user goes to lunch. So in this case, for the IT help desk, there's a problem statement from a customer, and I pick that up as this agent, and I can see that there's previous messages. So now I own that. I can respond to it. I can even use, as you can see down here, Summarize with AI Companion to summarize the entire thread, so I don't have to read through the whole thing and get the history. I can get it in a quick summary. And there you have it. We've gone from operating blindly to having full visibility and control over your call queues. You can now see real-time queue performance with analytics, understand why your agents are stepping away with opt-out reason codes, handle customer texts as a team with Team SMS, and make sure no messages go unanswered with SMS auto reply. Now, all this is powered by Zoom's Customer Engagement Pack. It's a single add-on that turns a solid call queue into a seriously capable customer service operation. So if you caught episode 3 where we built this queue, think of today as the episode where we took that queue and made it a lot smarter and giving you a lot more information. Thank you all so much for your time. Once again, I'm Nate Raper with Beyond the Dial Tone, and these are my personal thoughts, and they are not sponsored by Zoom. Have a wonderful day.